Hey there, how you doing? Charlie Winters here with horse racing tips for Monday, the 25th of March. Well, a quick reflection on Sunday's performance. Well, the first one ran okay. The disappointing thing was the Parisiac. Well, as I said in the video, I actually originally fancied Nebworth, and I also thought Zip had got a chance. Them two both, well, obviously one of them won, the other one ran well, and Parisiac was disappointing. I really hope it's not going to be one of them things where I fancy two or three in a race and end up picking the wrong one on a regular basis. So let me get into Monday's bets. So I'll be using the Sky Bet free bet. So for those of you that aren't aware, the Sky Bet free bet goes into the account something like midnight. Is it midnight Sunday night? Is that what it's called? Or let's say 1 minute past midnight Monday morning. So what you do is 25 pence each way, lucky 15. So I use all three of the £2.50 free bets. So as I said, it's a 25 pence each way, lucky 15. If I'm using cash, it wouldn't be that much because I'm purely using the free bet. So let me get into the horses. So the first selection is Morland Rambler at 100 to 30 in the 220 at Exeter, paying 4 places instead of 3. I've gone for this one at this price because originally it was 5 to 1. That was a Racing Post, let's say tissue price. When I went to Sky Bet, it went to 7 to 2, and then obviously it's 100 to 30 now. So this horse is a regular Exeter. I think it's been given an easy time so far over fences. I think it's an absolutely dreadful race. I looked at the Birdman Bob, and that ran in a race recently when one of the subscribers fancied one of the other horses, and Birdman Bob, yeah, it could well run well, but the level that it's running at is pretty poor, really. So I think Morland Rambler, I think it's about time they took the handbrake off. I think this horse is capable of better than what it's shown so far, and that is the first selection. The second selection is by the same trainer. It's Jane Williams once again, and it's Jupiter Allen at 8 to 1 in the 320 at Exeter. This horse has run recently in novice hurdles. It had already qualified for handicapped hurdle, but I think they've been running it over on ground that is too quick. Obviously with a penalty because it won a novice hurdle in November 2022, I think it was. So it's been carrying a penalty in a novice hurdle when it could have gone handicapped. I think personally, although it's been up to I think either 3 or 4 pounds from its last run, I think it's gradually running into form, and I think it's dying for this slower ground on a stiffer track over a bit further, which is a 2 mile 5.5 furlong. I don't think it's fantastic handicap. I actually think because it's been upped in trip, because it was actually taken to, and I'm going to try and say, is it Compagnel or something like that in France? Well, it went there for the heavy ground for a £22,000 race. I think clearly it went for the soft going or the heavy going that day. So I think it's confirmed its liking for much slower ground. It's been running on its last 2 runs has been on much quicker ground than Monday's ground, and then also what it was like also at I'm going to keep saying that Compagnel. Yeah, so it's been set up in trip, and I wouldn't say it's particularly well handicapped, but I think it's handicapped to be competitive, and I think a lot of the other horses will actually fade away when push comes to shove. So the third selection is Little Rose at 4 to 1 in the 5 o'clock at Newcastle. Right, this horse I've taken the price. It's rated 49. It's trained by William Haggis. How many horses has William Haggis trained that are rated 49? I'm thinking he's trying to get this one to win and he's going to get short. You've even got, I think, is it Ethan Jones taking £7 off? So actually, it's rated 49. So technically, you can say £7 off 42, or £7 off its actual weight, what it's running on, however you want to look at it. This horse has got to win tomorrow. I'm not saying it will win tomorrow. I'm saying it's off a basement, less than a basement mark, or whatever the basement mark is. Technically an official rating of 42 tomorrow, because £7 reducing it from 49. This horse, it's got to be competitive. Otherwise, it might as well hang up its boots. And it's only ran, what, half a dozen times max? Yeah, I fancy this horse. And don't get wrong, there are a couple in the race. One, I think it's trained by Archie Watson, and another horse that's not ran much either. Obviously, they are unexposed, but this horse is also unexposed. But it may just be completely useless. But I'm thinking that this horse, over a stiffer track, stepped up slightly in distance, it's got to have every chance. And finally, Bohemian Breeze at 17-2 in the 4:30 at Newcastle, paying 4 places instead of 3. A regular front runner, I'm hoping that the Charlie Johnson stable hits the ground running this season. They had a disappointing one last year. They had a winner on Saturday was it Saturday or Sunday? On Sunday it was called Qatar. Hadn't ran for about 700 days. I hope that the stable hit a purple patch early on in the season. I think they're definitely a stable worth watching because they didn't do a great deal last year at all, even at the Goodwood Festival and Royal Ascot, where they tend to do quite well. Did absolutely nothing. It was just a basic year. I'm hoping that they've got a lot of well-handicapped horses. This horse regularly leads. If it gets an easy lead, it's got a decent chance. 17-2, paying them that extra place. I would have preferred Joe Fanning riding it, but he isn't. He isn't riding it. So it is what I hate that expression. It is what it is. Unfortunately, it is what it is. So those are the 4 selections. It's purely the free bet I'm having. If I was spending my own money, I would literally do a 10 pence each way, look 15, with £1 each way accumulator, something daft like that. But I'm actually going to have all 3 free bets on. So if you're with Sky Bet, you tick the each way. You tick the each way box on the Lucky 15, and then you tick the prize, which will light up the prize, and your free bet will come up. Tick the 3 free bets. If this is what you want to do, then click apply, put the bet on, sit back, enjoy. So there are 2 races that aren't extra place races. So those 2 races, if you put the bet on after 9 o'clock, if you qualify for this Sky Bet Club, you will get best odds guaranteed on those 2 races after 9 o'clock or 9 o'clock or after, whatever it is. But I'm going to put the bet on first thing in the morning because I'm at work. So the very best of luck. Give me a like or subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. The very best of luck. Charlie Winters, over and out. Cheers, mate.